From Brentwood to Bakersfield, reporters tracked down the other woman in the Arnold and Maria split.
KTLA's Brandi Hitt live in Bakersfield outside the home where Arnold's former housekeeper lives with the son he fathered. Brandi?
Sharon, Micah, this really has turned into a media circus. If you take a look, you're going to see stations from all around the country now parked outside this woman's home. We're talking the networks are even here, and their live trucks are parked clear down the street, all because of reports the mother of Arnold Schwarzenegger's love child lives inside that house.
They were just a nice family and cordial neighbors.
Neighbors have nothing but nice things to say about 50-year-old Mildred Patty Baina and her 14-year-old son, who we've now learned is the love child of former Governor Arnold Schwarzenegger.
We knew that she had worked for Arnold Schwarzenegger and was working, and she would commute back and forth to Los Angeles.
Patty worked as a housekeeper and personal assistant for the Schwarzeneggers for 20 years. After buying this Bakersfield home last year, neighbors say at first she just spent weekends here, but a couple of months back mentioned she was retiring and has been here full-time with her son.
This young man is just at the top end of being polite and being very cordial and just somebody you want to be around.
Neighbors say he loves playing basketball, is into martial arts, and fundraising for charity. They, like the rest of the world, had no idea who his father was.
It is a life-changing thing that's gone on since last night.
While the home and mortgage is in Baina's name, the LA Times reports Schwarzenegger took financial responsibility for the child once he learned he was the father, about the time the boy was a toddler.
This boy was born 1 week apart from Maria and Arnold's son Christopher, so they were indeed pregnant at the same time, birth separated by 1 week. Arnold is not listed on the birth certificate of this boy.
After admitting to the affair, Schwarzenegger is now separated from Maria Shriver. Married for 25 years, the two have 4 children together. And now their family and Baina and her son are caught in the middle of a media circus.
And we're just saddened because he was a really nice young man, and I'm sure he's going to get tied up in all this.
And live here in Bakersfield, a lot of the neighbors are getting a little angry at all the attention. Some of them no longer answering their doors, even posting notes saying they do not want to talk to the media. This, by the way, is also all the talk at the local middle school just down the street. Coming up on the KTLA News at 6:30, we talked to a couple of the students, what their teachers are telling them when a lot of the students asked, could Arnold Schwarzenegger's son be in one of our classrooms? We'll have that answer coming up on the KTLA News at 6:30. Micah and Cher, back to you.
Brandi Hitt live in Bakersfield. Thank you.
Reporters are camped out tonight at the Bakersfield home of Arnold Schwarzenegger's reported mistress.
It was a secret kept for more than a decade, now exposed to a blinding glare of publicity. Brandi Hitt live in Bakersfield with the latest. Brandi.
Mike and Cher, neighbors say they haven't seen Patty Baina here since Sunday. That's not stopping media from around the country from camping out here tonight after hearing reports that Arnold Schwarzenegger's love child lives inside this house.
It is a life-changing thing that's gone on since last night.
Neighbors say they had no idea their friend, 50-year-old Mildred Patty Baina, was the mother of former Governor Arnold Schwarzenegger's love child.
We knew that she had worked for Arnold Schwarzenegger and was working, and she would commute back and forth to Los Angeles.
These are new photos of Patty, who worked for the Schwarzeneggers for 20 years as a housekeeper and personal assistant. She bought this Bakersfield home last year. At first, neighbors only saw Patty and her 14-year-old son on weekends. The last 2 months, they've been here full-time after she told them she was retiring.
This young man is just at the top end of being polite and being very cordial and just somebody you want to be around.
This boy, who's very athletic, does charity work. Everybody thinks he's a great kid. He really looks like Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Their street has now turned into a media circus, with rumors spreading to nearby Freedom Middle School.
Like, people were just like, oh my gosh, Arnold Schwarzenegger's son goes to our school. Teachers, they can't say if he does or doesn't.
Records show Patty put nearly $50,000 down on this 4-bedroom home. While the mortgage is in her name, the LA Times reports Schwarzenegger took financial responsibility for the child once he learned he was the father, which was about the time the boy was a toddler. And Baina was pregnant at the same time Shriver was carrying Schwarzenegger's youngest child. The two separated last week after 25 years of marriage. Now their family and Baina and her son are all in the media spotlight.
And we're just saddened because he was a really nice young man, and I'm sure he's going to get tied up in all this.
And tonight, neighbors tell us they're ready for the media to go home. Some even posting notes on their doors that they no longer want to talk. Sharon, Micah.
All right, Brandi Hitt for us live in Bakersfield. Thank you. And now come the potential lawsuits. And tonight we know at least one other woman is lawyering up.